Hello mortals, I'm Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and I'm telling you all to bask in my radiance and subscribe to UnrealEntGaming. Please do remember to turn on notifications to be the first to know about the latest in Dragon Ball news and information. And if you don't, well, then I'll destroy the entire universe.
What is going on, Dragon Ball fans? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Dragon Ball Q&A video, where today we have lots of awesome questions to go through, some questions in which come straight from Discord, and I do want to let you guys know if you guys want to go on ahead and join my Discord server. I will leave a link in the description box. For those of you who want to join the Discord server, I am in there almost every single day, and of course these questions reflect onto you guys, so I want to hear your thoughts down below and your opinions as to each question that is asked here today. And again, if you guys are new to this channel, be sure to go on ahead and punch that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you guys can be notified whenever a Dragon Ball video is posted onto this channel. Hashtag notification squad, and let's try to shoot for 500 likes on this video. If we can get to 500 likes, guys, then you yourselves will become a Super Saiyan God by tomorrow. So without wasting any more time, let's begin with our very first question of the day, which is from Super Saiyan Bertland. What's up, Alex? How are you doing today? I'm doing fine, man. How are you? Question 1, which universe do you think will get erased next? Question 2, who do you think will push Frieza to turn golden in the Tournament of Power? Question 3, how would you like to see Super Saiyan God be utilized in next week's episode? Now, I do want to say thank you so much for your questions, bro, and I know that you're always in the voice chat with us. And to answer your first question, I definitively feel that it's either going to be universe number 2 or universe number 3. Primarily, I think universe number 2, since we've seen more from them than universe number 4 or 3, even though I was kind of rooting for universe number 3 because Moscow did have some really impressive looking fighters. And I think that as a whole, having to look at it, he looked very impressive with Nariyama and Nigirishi, and then they ended up getting eliminated. So I was wondering as to like why, you know? Hopefully enough, universe number 3 does, you know, give other universes a run for their money, like universe number 6 and whatnot. That'd be pretty cool. But in my opinion, I really do feel that the next universe to go is probably going to be universe number 2, just because I feel like after Brienne gets ringed out, in which of course she is, I think once she gets tossed out, it's lights out for them. So my guess is going to be universe number 2, but if anyone else has anything to add, let me know down below. Now, to answer your second question, who will make Frieza go golden? That is a very good question. And I mean, there's so many possibilities to add here because we all want to see Frieza fight Toppo. We all want to see Frieza fight Jiren, even though that'll be a slaughter. We all want to see Frieza fight Hit, which would be amazing. But I think, in all honesty, if you want my honest opinion, one of the 2 people that I feel might push Frieza to go golden are either going to be Hit, for obvious reasons of seeing Goku team up with Hit and Frieza having to take an interest on what Hit was doing in terms of using time skip and then having to challenge him. I can definitely see Frieza biting off a bit more than he can chew against Hit and then forcing him to go golden. Or my second choice would probably be against Toppo. And I want to give Toppo the benefit of the doubt in challenging and fighting Frieza. It's the warrior of justice versus the evil emperor. And I want to see if Toppo can recognize Frieza's intentions in trying to just slaughter him on the battlefield, which I really want to see. But I think that those 2 people might be candidates to make him turn golden. It'll be pretty dumb to see Frieza turn golden if it was like based on Goku or Vegeta. Like, that'd be really dumb. But I think that Frieza should fight somebody, bite off a bit more than he can chew, and then after that he's like, okay, alright, I see where this is going, it's time for me to get serious. So I really hope that it's either between Hit and Toppo. Now, to answer your third question, how would I want to see Super Saiyan God be utilized? I honestly want to see Super Saiyan God be executed enough to the point where he encounters somebody stronger like Toppo or Jiren, or even fights Hit and is forced to go even higher than that. Fighting Dyspo and the other Frog Pride Trooper, I don't see his form being pushed at all. I can see his form holding on, and you know, I could see him foddering both of them. But I think that someone stronger needs to step in and just put down Goku. Somebody needs to come in and put him in his place. Hopefully enough, as weird as this might seem, hopefully it's Hit. Hopefully after they're done beating, you know, the Pride Troopers and possibly eliminating them both, I really hope that Hit turns around and just beats the crap out of Goku, like just punches him in the face or does something to catch Goku off guard. And then as Goku's fighting Hit in his God form, he realizes, okay, you know, Hit's gotten stronger, I'm gonna have to step it up, because if not, I'm gonna get ringed out. So I want to see that happen, because of course, I mean, Goku's not gonna work with Hit throughout the entire tournament, but at some given point, they should definitely have their rematch, the true rematch, not that BS rematch that we saw when they were on Earth. So that's just my educated guess, but again, I want to hear from you guys, and once again, my friend, thank you so much for the questions, and I'll be seeing you down in the comment section below. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Darkspine457. First of all, I wanted to say that I really love your videos. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Here are my questions. Question 1, if Goku keeps training in his God form Red, do you believe it could surpass Blue? I believe it could because of the healing power Super Saiyan God has, and I feel he has more potential because he also saving more ki. Question 2, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks versus Super Saiyan 2 Future Trunks. Super, who wins? Question 3, who do you think, or how do you think Super will end, with Goku leaving with Oob, or maybe another battle between Goku and Beerus? Anyways, those are all my questions. Really hope you answer them. I'm interested in your opinion. Thank you so much, Spine. I do appreciate that a lot, and hopefully enough, you'll be able to join the voice chat as well sometimes, because I don't really see you in there as much. Now, to answer your first question, I think that anything is possible. In my opinion, Super Saiyan Blue is a level to where I don't think Super Saiyan God can compete with, because Super Saiyan Blue was stated in the manga and in the anime to be superior. However, counting the healing powers, we're not too, I mean, at least me, I'm not too sold on the idea that Super Saiyan God can always heal you. I think that during that time when he got stabbed, it was necessary for it to happen. I would hate for the form to always have some sort of BS regeneration factor, because it'll be like it'll almost be like as if he's Majin Buu, you know what I'm saying? Like that's totally unfair. It makes him so broken. So for me, if he were to train using that God form, eventually he may surpass Blue, if that was even possible. But I mean, for me, I don't see it happening ever. So this is why I'm gonna have to stick with Blue until, of course, Goku breaks his limits and we get more information as to what's happening now. But in terms of him surpassing Blue, is it possible? Sure. But can it happen? I don't think so. Now, to answer your second question, Gotenks and Future Trunks, I'm gonna have to go with Future Trunks, because in the manga and in the anime, Beerus was really surprised that Trunks was holding his own, and Trunks was whooping ass. Trunks was really whooping ass. So for me, I'm gonna have to go with Trunks, just because we saw him fare up very well against Goku's Super Saiyan 2 form, and even in the manga, it was said that his Super Saiyan 2 form was near Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so that was pretty scary looking at it from that standpoint. But I think that if Gotenks were to fight Trunks, because he's serious, he's stronger, and he has that battle experience. Now, to answer your final question, this is tricky because I'm working on a separate video on this, so I can't really say too much. But is it possible for Goku to leave with Oob? Sure. But just because they leave, that doesn't mean that the gods won't be involved. I can see Goku having to train Oob with Beerus, or maybe potentially we may have a rematch between Goku and Beerus. But even if there was some type of rematch, what would be the point if Goku is said to be stronger, or at least going to become stronger once he surpasses the powers of a god in breaking his limits? If he breaks his limits and becomes stronger than a Hakaishin, then what's the point of even fighting Beerus if he's going to be stronger? That's a one-way ticket for Beerus to get his ass whooped. So the way Dragon Ball Super will end, I don't think it's going to end anytime soon, because we have to wait and see what happens with the tournament first. And I think 2018 is going to be the biggest year for Dragon Ball, because we're going to find out firsthand as to what's going to go down after the Tournament of Power, involving Oob, involving Goku, involving all our heroes, the gods, if they're still going to be alive, as to what's going to be going down, getting more information as to where we go from there. So do I see him leaving with Oob? Possibly to train with, yes, but I don't see the show ending there. I feel like there's going to be a few more arcs before the show really comes to an end, and then after that, I'm gonna have to say it's all downhill from there. I think, in my opinion, for Super, once that's finished and over with, and once we get a few more arcs, that's as far as I'm seeing it go. I really don't see it ending with Goku and Oob leaving, but it is possible because it's Toei, and Akira Toriyama, if that's what he wants, that's what he's gonna get. So Anyways, Mr. Darkspine, thank you so much for your questions, bro, and I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Luck Pup. Question number 1, do you think that Piccolo will have a large role in the tournament? Question 2, do you think that Vegeta will go Super Saiyan God somehow? Well, thanks for the questions, bro. Now, to answer your first question, Piccolo, yes. I want to see him fight the Namekians. I really want to see him fight the Namekians because they've been teased in the Universe 6 tournament. You know, we got information of how they look like based on the one episode where Omni King was swiping through his God Pad and then having to see their information come about in the magazine. We don't know too much about them, we just know their names, but until we see them fight, I think that Piccolo ought to have his moment with them because they're one and the same. So why not give Piccolo that definitive win and having him not just beat one Namekian, but possibly both of them? Piccolo's the OG. Piccolo will always be the OG of all the Nameks, in my opinion. It doesn't get any better than Piccolo. So with his role, I definitely think that he is going to fight the Namekians, but I also think that he might risk his life in saving Gohan in this tournament and preserving him and keeping him in the tournament. And what I mean by that is if someone attacks him or if someone does something, I can see Piccolo getting in the way and just momentarily stopping that for Gohan to be saved. That's just my opinion, of course. Other than that, I really can't see him doing much, but it sucks because I really want him to do a lot. But until then, we're going to have to wait and see. Now, to answer your final question, do I think Vegeta will go Super Saiyan God? I would love for that to happen. I think all of us would love to see that happen. Vegeta becoming a Super Saiyan God, preserving his stamina, keeping his ki hidden. Like, that'll be great. However, I don't think it's going to happen because it's happened in the manga. Yes, you're correct. However, looking at the anime, we've never seen that in the anime before, so it'll be kind of wacky to see it now. But is it possible? Yes. Is it going to happen? In my opinion, no. But either way, Mr. Lugpup, thank you so much for your questions, bro, and I hope you have a fantastic day, bro. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Coffee. Okay, so here are my 2 questions. Do you think that Super Saiyan God has a benefit, Super Saiyan Blue doesn't? And why would Goku suddenly use God form instead of Blue? Well, thank you for your questions, Coffee. Now, here's the thing, right? I don't know if you saw my video on explaining why he's using Super Saiyan God as a benefit, because there is an explanation. There clearly is. So I highly encourage you to check out my Super Saiyan God Goku explained in the Tournament of Power video, because in the manga it was explained as to why he needs Super Saiyan God so much, in the fact that he's trying to preserve his Super Saiyan Blue energy for later, and that was explained in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 22 and Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter number 13. So the benefit, I mean, there are benefits to it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just think, as I've said 1,000 times before, I think it's a little too late to feature the form, because where was the form this entire time? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, why is it so hard for people to grasp that this form was absent for, what is it, like 3 different arcs, and then for it to finally come back in the 4th one, it's like, okay, well, what the heck is going on? Why now? And I get why, but that very reason could have been used for prior, you know, and having it be used during the Golden Frieza story, during the Goku Black story, but they didn't do that. So I made a video about that. If you haven't checked it out, go on ahead and check that video out now. It explains everything. And on that note, Mr. Coffee, thank you so much for your questions, and I'm hoping to see you down in the comment section below. And now moving on to the next question, which is from King Kong Destroyer. Question 1, and your final question, only question: do you think that some angels will be evil while others stay good, creating a war? Here's the thing, right? So every single person was wondering, oh my god, the angels are evil, oh my god, Mojito is laughing, and I was pretty much laughing at all those people that were insinuating that the angels were evil just based on one silly little angel that was laughing. It's like, do people not watch the show with their brains turned on, or do they simply listen to these YouTubers that make theories on something that holds no weight, no evidence? You can't base something off someone smiling or winking or scratching their head because it doesn't correlate to the other angels. There are 12 angels. You can't base their demeanor and their motive on only one person. They all have to have a similar agenda, a similar demeanor, a similar characteristic or trait that is displayed in the show for that theory to be correct. So no, they're not freaking evil, and I hate how everyone always keeps bringing this up, because let's say, for example, if they were evil, let's say hypothetically speaking, they were evil. Okay, fine, 12 evil angels. Who the hell fights them? Goku? Are you on drugs? Goku would get slaughtered. Goku would get slaughtered, even with this limit-breaking Milky Way Snickers bar form that he has, he's nowhere gonna be near the angels. I'm sorry, that's angelic power, dude. We're talking about the children of one of the strongest deities in all of existence. So, can it be true? Yes, the angels could be evil. I'm not Toriyama, I'm not Toei, so I don't know what's happening behind the scenes and stuff, but all I can say is based on the evidence that we have now, there is no sign or indication that they're evil. Mojito hated his god of destruction. He hated the Supreme Kai. That's why he laughed and didn't even care. But what about the Universe 10 angel that was pretty much sad and almost cried when Ramush and Gowasu were gone? She didn't have any evil intentions, you know, but I get your question, and some having to be evil, some having to be good. I made a theory on that, and basing that off evidence, and having it replicate the biblical war in the Christian Bible, and having Lucifer take down half of heaven with him, and having to create, you know, this war between angels and demons, brother against brother, taking 1/3 of hell with him, and that would be a very angelic, you know, situation to happen, like seeing the Grand Priest or someone just revolt against the Omni King or whatever. Like, it'll be a total mess. But right now, based on what we know right now, there is no solid concrete evidence to support any evil character aside from freaking Frieza. He's the only douchebag that's in this tournament that has some sort of sinister, you know, crazy, devious, nasty plan to not only kill the gods, but kill Goku, because you know he hates Goku's ass, and now he's taking an interest in the Omni King and stuff. So, is it possible? Yes. Could it happen? Yes. Do I think it's gonna happen in this arc? I don't know. I doubt it, because with everything on the line, they ought to, if they were to take this storyline, they ought to preserve that and save that for a later arc. Because let's say, for example, if the angels were evil, that's an entire story right there, diving into their origins, diving into their motives, diving into their power, diving into their position, diving into why they're doing this, diving into if there's a chance for us to defeat them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to go off of there. And I feel like if by some chance they were to turn evil, I really hope that they don't turn evil in this arc and give the other characters a chance to shine. But for me, in my final prediction, I guess you could say, they're not evil. I don't think they're evil. If anything, if there was one person that could be evil, it could be Daishinkan, but that's for an entirely different video. But could this happen? Of course it can, but as of right now, I'm not buying it. So anyways, Mr. King Kong Destroyer, thank you so much for your questions, bro, and I hope you have a fantastic day. And once again, everybody, thank you all so very much for watching this edition of Dragon Ball Q&A. If you guys want to see another episode this week, then let me know in the comment section below. Hashtag another episode this week. If we can get those hashtags going, then I will try my very best to give you guys another episode this week. Also, guys, if you guys have not done so, subscribe and check out my other two channels, Unreal Network and Unreal Vlogs, where there's so much awesome content on there as well. I do want to thank you guys for watching. If you're still watching up until this very point, hashtag Super Saiyan Gods. Thank you all for watching. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button, guys, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. And again, if you guys have any questions to ask me, all you guys have to do is simply drop your questions down in the comment section below, or if you want to do something else, you guys can simply join my Discord and talk to me whenever. I will leave a link to that down in the description below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace.